made a Discord channel the other day to use as like a promotional tool, and I should probably make like a Twitter account and you know, have some of that stuff going. Because I had someone ask about Twitter too, and I'm like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? I don't have it in place, and people are asking me about it.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter. What are you gonna stay on YouTube though, or are you gonna start streaming on Twitch when a class?
It depends.
I think I'd stay YouTube to keep your player base or whatever.
Yeah, I like YouTube, but the one thing is I know you can do is if you're streaming on Twitch, you can like host yourself on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I could be on Twitch and then like put my Twitch window
you definitely have to do that for sure. Yeah.
Into YouTube, so that way anytime I do it, but then your interaction is going to be from Twitch, and then I have to have the YouTube screen up separate. You know, so like I have to have like a third monitor basically in order to run that, or have a separate computer running it, so I can have YouTube on one screen and have Twitch on another screen, and then have the game on another screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess legit, like that's some actual like advanced stuff, I would think, in my mind. I don't know, maybe it's not, but to me it sounds like it. But if I could do that and then have, you know, have people that are on YouTube go to Twitch, and if Twitch has the popularity for it, I just feel like the algorithms and mechanics behind the way Twitch does promotion for specific people, it's very hard to get any kind of publicity if you have no publicity. And I went from, like, I was watching S-Van on YouTube, and I went and checked out his Twitch stream, and he had a fractional amount of the viewers from YouTube to Twitch. Like, people didn't transfer well, it seemed. But his non-stream videos are still getting, like, he put up another, like, an explanation of, like, why he wasn't streaming on YouTube, and it got, like, the same amount of views as his videos would. So people are still monitoring his YouTube, but they're not necessarily converting to Twitch to watch. But all that to have like a promotion plan for release day so that I can advertise on, like, you know, maybe like 4chan, and advertise on different forums, advertise on our website, advertise on, you know, wherever else I get the forum, like wherever I can think of to put it, you know.
Yeah, I got you. You'll get there, man. I mean, 160 views on Monday for AQ40 on a private server. I mean, that's pretty fucking good.
Well, that was.
And you just started
at a given moment.
You literally just started.
Views.
You literally just started streaming a month ago, maybe.
I think it's been almost a full month.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the most I ever had was maybe like 30 to 50 people, and that was like League of Legends streaming, which I have not done in a very, very long time.
I don't know, I just think it's interesting. Like, it would be really cool to be able to actually make something off of it, but I'm still having fun doing it. Like I said, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah, you might as well do it if you're going to be playing. Because
yeah, I mean, if I can. And that's something too, like, I was like, dude, that'd be awesome. Even if you only make, like, a little bit of money off of it, like, just to either, like, fund your game or, like, buy some new shit for your computer or whatever. Like, if you're fucking playing, why not? I mean, if it, like, and it's definitely not for everybody, like, to do that, to have a, you know,
No, I know what you're saying, but yeah, I feel like you're wasting time if you're not streaming, like. Yeah, you saw my message earlier, right? I gotta leave at 10 o'clock. I gotta pull a crick tonight.
I don't remember seeing that, but you probably did send it.
I didn't private message. I put in an officer chat with my number.
Oh, I didn't see that. I can say, well, Stayla's gonna be late.
Yeah, he said that. I just talked to him. He said like 8:30.
Maybe you guys can swap spots or something, depending on what we got. But I also think being one of the first people to level cap on the server will be helpful.
I think that'll also be like kind of a pain in the ass because you're gonna rush to level, and think about it, like if you're a DPS class, and then you can't look for a dungeon if you're the first one to hit it, or it's gonna be all 58s or 50. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
I'm
the
gonna
thing,
take
though,
my
like,
time. I'm not gonna rush
Dubes
it.
and, Dubes and Shivers said they're both gonna try to join me. Like, they're gonna take time off work if they can, and just like literally, I said, fine, if you guys want to do it, like, I'm committed. If I'm rolling by myself, or whether you guys are with me or whatever, but a small team would be amazing. And Shivers even told me he had guys. Yeah, he had guys from his original Vanilla guild that like it was a NAXX guild. I don't think they were full clearing it, but they got into NAXX.
Yeah.
I mean, and he goes, like 7 of those guys have already been in contact that they're interested in, like, you know, they're like, oh, well, do you want to come back and this and that? And he goes, well, look, guys, I'm doing TBO, like, y'all can come here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
They seemed interested.
That'd
so, and I've already had several people on the stream like, oh, are you gonna announce, like, are you gonna tell us like where you're going? I'd like to play wherever you're gonna be, and like, you know, that kind of stuff. And we've had at least 1 or 2 people that have watched join the guild because they were watching.
That's pretty awesome, actually. Man, that just makes it that much more like imperative that you're fucking doing it.
Yeah, and it's like, and that's a cool thing too, is if we can do that and make that push, then we can just do, you know, I'll be running 5-man so my face falls off when we hit 60, like, because
good luck,
it'll
man.
be no, well, dude, you're gonna be the main tank. I'm gonna get all my shit done, get all my pre-raid biz, well, first thing I'm gonna go when I hit 60 is go to bed, and after that I'm going to just mine.
Don't you think though it's gonna take you a solid month to hit 60? I don't think you're gonna pull it off in 2 weeks.
You don't think I'll get it in a week? Dude,
if you play 24 hours a day and do not sleep, I think you could do it in a week and a half. It's so fucking, it's just so slow.
The hunters that did it in like 3 or 4 days playtime.
Think about it though. So, if you think you're gonna do like Scarlet Monastery from 40 to 50 and do all those quests, if you're so far ahead of people, you're never gonna get groups. But like you said, if Dubes and Shivers,
that's why.
You'll be alright. If
they're with me and you have guys, you don't do those quests because you don't have a group to do them. You just go do world stuff. Like, you just go get the next quest series, and if you're stuck, then guess what? You just start going over like, all right, we're stuck, or, you know, you won't get stuck, honestly, because you can overpower the orange and red quests because you have 3 people.
That's true, yeah.
And like, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you hit a dry spot, like say you do all of, you know, Barrens and wherever, and then you like Barrens and not Ashenvale, but what the heck, you go to like Thousand Needles. You do all of those, but you're under leveled for the quest. Then you can go to Ashenvale and do the quest there, and then you'll be caught up again, and then you can go to like what's the other one next to Ashenvale? The next one over, and then, you know, you can just like hit those zones, and you can ping pong between the comparable level zones if you have to continue doing quests. And like, imagine getting to STV, and there's only like 10 people in the zone.
Well, yeah,
dude, you won't have competition for mobs. You won't have competition for. And if you're a group and the Alliance are there, what are you gonna do? They're just gonna be like, nope, fuck that, and they're not gonna touch you. As long as you're in a group. But I don't know. I mean, who knows? Like,
nah, I think you're right on that. I definitely think if you could race through STV, you'll be alright.
It's going to be breaking through that first barrier of people who are leveling, which will be in the first 12 hours.
Yeah, because it'll be when people are going to bed, and you'll have to power through it, and you have to. The longer you stay up and don't sleep, the further it'll accelerate.
Exactly, and like, even at that, if we got to take a break, I just feel like, look, I'm going to sleep for 4 hours, set an alarm, and I'm going to jump up and get going again. And like, whether they're there or not, I'm just going to get out of bed, crack a Red Bull, and like get back on the computer. That's my, like, I mean, literally, it's going to be an unhealthy 5 days of my life or something. Whenever they do it, I want to take like a week. That's what it'll be, or at least 5 days, depending. If it's like a Friday, then I'll take off, like, you know, have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I've done it in retail. I would definitely won't be taking off for classic.
Yeah. Oh, and
I
that's the
wish
thing
I
too, though.
could. I wish I could, but I definitely can't.
If you are familiar with doing some of the stuff, it's gonna be easy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
oh, go here. Okay, I know this quest. Oh, I know this quest. Boom, and you literally boom, 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 boom. You can bang them out because you know exactly what you're supposed to be killing.
Plus, you could probably transfer your add-on and what the fuck folder off, whatever that WTF stands for, and all your shit should be set up for your account.
I don't think they'll work.
Client, man. There's no way.
There's gonna be a what?
You know they're gonna make another client. They're not gonna use the same old fucking.
They can't use the same client, but yeah, I guess they would have to modify a bunch of shit to make that not work. Yeah, they don't have the old servers. Of course, it's gonna be different.
And you might be right. I could end up like, oh my god, this sucks. I've been doing this for 4 days and I'm level 38. You know what I mean?
I mean, I already know that I'm gonna hit level like 10, 15, maybe 20, and be like, all right, I've had enough for like 3 days.
Man.
Like you said, it depends on how many servers there are, how many people are trying to loot the same fucking goddamn thing as me. You know, are 500,000 people gonna
server
play?
goes down, or there's crashes, or there's launch issues.
Like, are out of the question.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, don't even bother with that shit to start. Like, once you get beyond that apex of like levelers, you'll be okay. But
you just need to non-stop be killing.
Yeah, that's stopping. That's a fair idea too. But the thing is, you can find squishy mobs and just blast them. And if you've got
that's where the vast majority of your XP comes from while leveling. Everything else is just illusion of doing something, running from point A to B. People who run from point A to B to do the quest and don't kill everything in between are fucking retarded. That's the whole point of going from A to B, is to give you a purpose. You should kill everything on the way there and back. The XP you got from going there is going to be like chump change compared to everything you killed on the way while you're there and back.
Yeah, the other thing to consider is the rewards in the quest. Even if they're not the greatest, at least you're getting items and upgrades that you might not have got otherwise. And there's going to be literally nothing. So the only thing you're going to have while leveling like that is what you find. So I could be like level 27 and I'm still using a level 15 sword because it's all I fucking found.
Well, at least you know you're going to warrior. I still don't know if I'm doing shaman, rogue, or hunter.
Oh, 100%. And leveling a warrior is going to be dude, as a caster, you can do a hell of a lot more with less gear. But as a warrior, dude, it's going to be brutal. I know that. That's why I'm happy that Dubes and Shivers said they were both interested in getting on the pain train.
Hopefully one of them rolls somebody that could res for you. You know, in case you die and shit.
Yeah, I think Shivers, what did he say?
I think he said priest.
He said he was doing mage again, or something. No, he wanted a tank, but he wanted an alt tank, not a main tank. And Dubes wanted, I don't remember what he said, maybe, I don't know. But even at that, if you got damage dealers, it should be okay. Like, I'll just have enough cloth and shit to bandage myself. In worst case scenario, I just run away like a chicken and let them kite it. Either way, I'm super excited for it, and I'm hoping that doing all that will help drive, the viewership up and drive the subscribers up, which it's going to be fun for me, to do that anyway.
Been farming.
I mean, shit, dude, I would love to do that as a job. That would be fucking awesome.
Been farming dream foil for an hour and I have 6.
That's the thing too, I can never turn the stream on when I'm just running around farming and doing shit. I feel like it's boring as fuck, no one's gonna want to see that.
I mean, I have mine on right now, but nobody watches, so it's good.
That's another thing though too, is once you hit 60, dude, just running around and ganking the shit out of people or leveling is gonna be hilarious. Oh my god. And that's another thing too, is we will have gear so much faster than everybody else. Oh my god. We just need to have like an anchor group for the first couple of raids on the server. You know, if we could get like 10 people to be there as like pivotal roles, you know, tank, healer, and like some really big swing in DPS or something, so we can be in charge of the first raids. Again, there's probably going to be people that, like, I don't know, they have no jobs and no lives, and they're going to beat us to 60. But maybe I'm having grand beliefs of things that are not going to happen.
No, it would be fine. Just remember though, MC is not going to be out as soon as we're 60. Like, I don't even know if the attunement. I would think the attunement quest is there, even though it's not out yet. Well, so when it drops, you're good.
See,
I don't remember.
You don't know that because they haven't announced which patch they're going to start with. And if that's the case, then there's a whole lot of stuff that's going to be not what we're used to, as far as what we're playing now. So, like, the availability of certain items just won't be there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I hope they give us time to hit 60 and get 5-man pre-bis before MC is out and shit. Like, I actually want that. Well, it's not so much I want that, but I need that because of work and real life and shit. Like, I can't just fucking play this for 12 hours a day like I used to. I wish I could.
Yeah, the other thing too is, I mean, if we are that close, I'm not even opposed to helping power level people or run people through shit to get them ready to get in there. And like, I honestly don't even care. Like, we just need people that are going to be level 60 and have a body and a proper spec. And I bet you we'll be able to do some nasty stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Just min-maxing like our debuff slots and, you know, allocation of like, you know, or group makeup, and just, I mean, there'll be things we can do to try to like leapfrog ourselves forward in addition to like making sure we have all the consumes.
I think if we get 25 people from this server to join us on Classic, we'll be really, really well set.
Yeah.
They'll know what to do. They'll be on non-stop farming shit, helping each other. 25, I think, is going to be solid.
I would be ecstatic to have that many people go.
I think we will, man. I mean,
like, I don't know how many people are going to. I mean, I think some people may not. Some people may elect to go more casual. Some people may not be interested. Some people might want to do different things for different reasons. Like, I know there's some people who have even expressed that they don't like the fact that we're on a PvP server. Well, I'm going to play on a PvP server.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, that and Horde are locked in for me no matter what.
Yeah, I'm the same, dude. Like, I don't want to go ally. And I don't want to go, like, PvE server. Like, I feel like that's not going to be near as exciting or fun. And just think, dude, we can be the scuba cops of the server. We can do all that dumbass shit that we see them they did to us that people won't even know about. Like, dude, that'd be so funny. The fucking, like, everyone's gonna, like, be required, like, everyone's required to have a level 60 mage. Like, even if you're in shitty gear. Why? So we can all go to, like, Black Rock Mountain and just, like, AoE, 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 AoE is like arcade explosions so bad it lags people out. Like, fucking kill entire raids.
Yeah, I forgot about that back in the day. Just the spell detail would knock your ass out.
Well, dude, I used to lag out. Like, I died that time they killed us in Org. I saw people on my screen, and then I just froze up till I was dead.
Yeah, well, just imagine
like,
back in, like, 2006 when everybody had a shitty computer. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know, it'll be funny. I mean, we'll be able to do stuff like that, and, like, just, dude, thinking, like, going into, Skullmans, every time you gotta run that damn thing, just like, oh, accumulating runes in advance, you know? You're like grinding on demons while you're leveling so you can stock up like 600 demonic runes. Or, you know, like being aware like, oh, I'm gonna save these elemental earth forever because they're worth it. Or like, you know, just those types of things. And they didn't have, I thought they had Onyxia Molten Core out like almost immediately upon release.
Nah. It was a while.
Like,
That's why there's so much trash in MC and not in Blackwing Lair, because they wanted MC to last and give you something to do until they could figure out the next step.
Yeah.
MC was supposed to take a while and like waste your time.
Well, I don't know.
I think the only BG out was Warsong Gulch.
No, there was none out at the beginning. That's why.
Well, I mean the
if you remember
first
seeing
one.
those old,
But
yeah, Warsong was the first one, and then I think was AV and AB shortly there. Like it was like I think they came together, didn't they?
AB and AV maybe, but Warsong was definitely before the rest. But they just weren't ready for people to hit 60. They didn't really think it through. Like, oh, people are gonna hit 60 and just run 5-mans forever.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing though too. They might release the game and be like, okay, Molten Core is available, and then in like 3 to 6 months, or maybe it might even be 6 months because of the average, like the curve of most levelers. So you got Molten Core for 6 months, and then they come out with Onyxia for 3 months, and then you get Blackwing Lair in 6 more, or whatever, and then like, doing something like that. Because at that point, like every single member of our guild should have an opportunity to level 2 characters.
Yeah.
And if they don't, like, it'll be main raid, or like, we'll have to come up with a way to, dictate the raid determinations. Like, okay, fire and ice, or, lightning and thunder, and whatever, like something. I don't like A and B, C. I don't like 1, 2, 3, 4, but like just, names. So we'll name the raid teams, and it'll be like, one is going to be, I'll take Doc into this run, and I'll take Space Doc into this run, and we'll run double Molten Cores every week. And then we'll run double,
that would be
when
sick,
Blackwing Lair
dude.
comes out, we'll be speed running Molten Core and going into Blackwing Lair afterwards, and then finishing that up. And then once we finish it, you know what I mean? Then we'll have double runs. So it'll be like MC Blackwing Tuesday, MC Blackwing Thursday, and you're gonna have 2 tunes that are geared as fuck by the time AQ comes out. And when AQ comes out, we'll do like, okay, we're dropping Blackwing and MC till we clear AQ. And once we clear AQ, like, we'll move MC to like a PUG on Saturdays or something and dominate, We'll just try to dominate the scene on the server with it. Having enough characters to keep raids going so people recognize the guild name. It's like, they're just
We just gotta make sure we get on a guild server that, these other private servers aren't going. Like, somebody might totally try to fuck us by being like, oh, TBO's going to this server, we should go to that server, Like, how do you keep that away from the other guilds on here?
I'm sorry,
like, you might have another Lights Hope guild try to snipe our server. Like, if we say, oh, we're going to Darrowshire, then they might be like, oh, TBO's going there, we should go there. So we can work with them or whatever.
In all honesty, what'll happen is we'll have people that'll cap out. They'll have people that'll cap out. We'll end up raiding together to start.
At first, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the thing. And if that's the case, if we don't have enough people, I will literally power level people to get them high enough so that we can field the majority of the raid.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to be doing the 50-50. You have to do it for a week or two, that's fine. But, you're going to be going by somebody else's rules or merging rules. Like, you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And I won't, no.
Especially starting off fresh on a new server. Like, we did the UTS join thing, and look how that got screwed up. And, you just don't want to have that bad first impression with these other guilds.
Yeah, I think that, though, if we get into something with a guild that's a Light Hope server, or a, Starius group or whatever, that we will be able to, manage it well between the two of us. I don't know.
But I'm saying, if we're not on a server with them, we should be able to dominate it that much better. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, you could even advertise like, oh, you know, we cleared MC, blah blah blah. It's coming out. If you want to learn how to do it and clear it quick, join our guild. Blah blah. We'll carry you through everything.
Yeah, hold on a second.
What are you making? Coffee? Hello, Caddies. Well, we'll pay attention to you in like 15 minutes because I'll be done with this. Oh yeah, what time is your appointment? Jesus. Ripped? Yeah, because the cat likes to claw at that door. I guarantee you she fucking did that. Guarantee you.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to having some competition on the server either, because it helps keep the server alive. You hate to get on a server that's got like a bunch of dinglings on it or whatever, but even at that, if you fill with, you know, if you get on a server that's mostly people that have no idea what they're doing, and you can be that dominating force on the server, that's awesome. But you don't want to be the only dominating force in the server. Because then you have you'll literally, well, you wouldn't have to teach. I don't know, maybe you do. I don't know. I was gonna say, because then you have to teach almost everybody everything. But hey, if you do, then you get a lot of notoriety on the server. I don't know. Excuse me. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
And that's the thing too. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to, you know, talking to someone and like asking, you know, like, say Untold Story goes, well, hey, you know, yeah, we got guys that want to go, but there's like 8 of us. You know what I mean? And then we say, well, look, you guys want to like join TBL. I mean, you're gonna fall in rank and file, but like, you guys can come where we're going and just get with us. And they might be interested in that then.
I think
so,
a lot
like,
of
we
guilds
got
won't know that's
42
gonna happen
people.
until they hit 60 and see who's like actually gonna go through with it. Like you
who's
might
gonna
get
still
you
be
might
there.
get 60 people to make an account and start playing, sure, but how many are actually gonna hit 60?
Yeah.
There's
that's
gonna be
true.
so many new people to pick from that, you know, if people aren't coming to raids on time and shit. I shouldn't say that because it happens to me all the time, but you know, there'll be people
They're
waiting.
not abiding by what we ask for raid signups and whatnot.
There will definitely be a queue
that, then we
for
have
raids.
the ability to, yeah, say, hey, well, you didn't make it today. Try for Thursday.
Yeah, I mean that'll definitely be good. I don't remember farming so much though in vanilla.
That's because people didn't use consumables like that. Our raid requirements were bring 5 mana pots if you're a healer, and bring 5 healing pots if you're like a melee class. And bandages. That's what our raid requirements were back in the day.
Yeah, because I think back
like,
in the day you didn't realize how
like,
good
that's
consumes
so
were.
Bad.
Yeah, I never had requirements. I mean, I'd bring flasks for the tanks, but that's just because I had fucking like mad gold.
Yeah, I don't ever remember having having flasks back in the day.
But I definitely didn't spend time farming like I do now. Like I log on just to farm. Like I definitely was not doing this. I was running 5-mans for gold, not actually, you know, herbing or mining.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing too, though. If you get solid groups and you're running 5-mans, you can make decent money. Like, like you know, if we're like doing DMT drops, we're gonna, or you know, dire maul drops, we're gonna have, dude, it's required. Go get buffs. Like that's gonna be required for the raids. Like not like, you know, I mean there will be exceptions, you know, obviously like, dude, I was like, you know, the same way we do things now, but it will be a more firm requirement of people to have buffs, and not like, hey, be getting your buffs at 8 o'clock. It will be, no, be sitting in Kargath or Org, whichever we dictate, with buffs, waiting in Discord for an invite. You know, it'll be like, all right, log on. You know, maybe we'll even have to go so far as doing like the sheets in advance, where we have like the group lineups made, and then we just drop people into them, and hey, check the sheet, kind of thing. I don't know.
I think we'll be able to blow right through MC. I mean, FR gear is gonna be a bitch to fucking craft and farm all that shit.
That's gonna be the only hang-up. But the thing is, like, we'll be doing stuff like, hey, here's a list of items. If you come across these items in the world while leveling, you do not sell them. Like, you need to give them to the guild. Like, we'll make you whole. We'll buy it from you, whatever. But you need to, like, you know, it's not like free, but unless you want to donate it. But you know, like Blazing Emblem, like FR rings. If you find plus shadow damage gear that's like level 50 plus. If you find I don't know, what's like, there's other good stuff that's like world drops. I don't know, if you find an Alcor Sunraiser, if you find because no one's gonna have money for that shit. If you find Edge Masters, you find I don't know, that's something I would buy in a heartbeat. If I saw Edge Masters up for like a price that I had the gold for, I would skip getting my Edge Masters for like 300 or 400 gold. You know what I mean? If someone put them up there like, oh, I got these, and they want like 200 G, I'd be like, dude, I will buy that from you in a minute. Like, just give me, you know what I mean? Because it's so freaking good that you could either save it and like turn it around later to make more money, or you could use it.
It's going to be interesting to see what all those BOE epics go for at the beginning, because nobody's going to have gold, so...
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing, too. I would like the Tuesday team to be able to be set, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we now have Tier 1, you know, Druid gears available, or whatever. Tier 1, whatever's available, starting price is X amount. And I remember, guys, they were selling the BRE, because I remember guilds would publish their price lists, and they would have, like, BREs, like, 1,500, 1,700 G, or, like, crazy shit like that. Imagine if we got someone just, like, dropping almost 2K into the G-Bank. Like, oh, nice. The G-Bank's going to have 70,000 gold by the fucking time we get the NAXX. Like, hey, by the way, we're just buying.
That's what I'm
classes
saying,
for everyone.
especially if you're the only guild clearing MC, like,
Yeah.
definitely. That's why you don't really want to be with these other guilds. I'd rather take people that have never done this and teach them.
So, I mean, there's tons of stuff that's going to be whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be this or that. You know, but we just got to push at it and make sure that we set the expectation in advance, and we let people know, like, this is what you need to do, and we just help them do what they need to do.
Yeah, I wonder if we could use the same website, you know? Like, just change the server and shit.
I will change the graphics and keep it same. Like, I don't know why we wouldn't, you know, and we can actually prepare for revamped, like, specs and be like, yo, if you're a shaman, this is your build.
Yeah, I mean,
you
we
can,
already
like,
have
leave,
that
you
shit
have
up.
3 points to put it, you know, you can have 3 points to put where you want for this or this. If you're a rogue, you're this or this, like, till this patch, you know what I mean? Like, your combat, or just make everyone your combat swords. That's what you are. If you're a Fury Warrior, you're either two-hand this spec or two-hand dual, or you're this spec for dual welding. And just, and tell, like, every, like, if you are a melee class, you are required to have engineering. Like, that's going to be a thing. If you are, you know, and we'll have to recruit a casters that are engineers or willing to be engineers for Dragonlings. And, you know, we have to have people with Battle Chicken, and we have to have, you know, all this crap. Like, dude, when we're pushing the content for the first time, imagine the benefit of having, you know, two battle chickens to drop during the fight, and, like, you know, the Dragonling isn't good until people are fire, but so it won't be good for Molten Core or Blackwing Lair, but after that it can be good. No, and that's saying to us, our loot distribution will be totally different. It's going to be a progression-based distribution the entire time, and we will be rewarding performers and rewarding, you know, like, that's, well, if we want to push hard, that's what you have to do.
Yeah. I don't really think we're going to have problems until some of the Blackwing Lair stuff, but...
I don't even know what the problem's there. Like, I mean, we, like, honestly, we could be doing a kill strat right away, potentially, if we've got people that are coming in there, like, all right, guys, it's Blackwing Lair release. All of us are pre-Blackwing Lair biz, and we expect everyone to, or close to it, everyone to bring flasks, everyone to bring, you know, whatever for the run. Like, be ready. We could just do the kill strat on Razor Gore, go into Veil.
Muted right now.
Dude, Veil's not fucking hard, dude. So do Veil, do Suppression Room will be interesting depending on how they have it done, whether it's got interruptible flame strikes or whether they're not interruptible, will be interesting. And I swear that they were interruptible. Like, I don't know why they changed them to make them uninterruptible. Is that to make it harder?
You never know. It might have just been the Lights Hope thing that... Who the fuck knows?
I feel like it was, because I remember them being interrupted, because I remember everyone freaking out about interrupting them and, like, not getting hit with the flame strikes or whatever.
For Suppression Room or the trash after Broodlord?
Suppression Room.
Yeah, no, you were able to interrupt all that shit.
So, and that's the thing too, we're not going to take, I don't think we're going to have more than, like, 2 actual prot warriors. I don't think we want that. There's no point. Like, I mean, you just have your Furies tank and you make 2 Furies the primary off tanks. So you have 4, and then you have your 5th guy is whoever the hell happens to be there with, like, a little bit of tank gear. That'll off our raid DPS substantially as well. And even at that, I remember back when we brought way too many hunters. Like, you don't, dude, you need, okay, here's how many hunters you want. 3.
Sounds like you need more feral druids.
2 required, and like 2 required hunters, and then 1 in case something bad happens to one of those guys. And that's it. That's just literally an ease of play thing for them. And a, I don't know. Yeah, we don't need feral druids. That won't happen until AQ NAXX.
Why?
Because there's not enough good gear for them.
Yeah, there is. You can tank most of the shit in MCN. VWL is a feral druid. Very real.
We can discuss that when the time comes. Let's see, maybe there's something I don't know, but I mean, yes, you can, but at the same time, why would you?
Because it brings other things to the raid when you lack certain things. Oh, we don't have enough D-curse on Chromag. Now we have a D-curse. Oh, we need a battle res. Oh, there it is. Oh, healer going boom. Now we have an innervate. Oh, we lack DPS.
Yeah.
You can go catform this fight and buff the DPS of the melee group.
Or you just be a resto druid and do all those things and heal.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm saying anyone.
Nah, it's not the same. Having a feral druid is different.
Well, of course it's different. There's no argument there. I'm just saying. But then again, if you get that trinket, I have yet to see a feral druid do any kind of like actual DPS where I was like, oh whoa, that was cool, man. I'm glad we had that feral druid. He's doing pretty good. Like I've not seen a single one make me do that.
It's not gonna happen.
And it's not just about your personal DPS. You're buffing everyone in your group's crit substantially by 3.
Yeah, I know that.
Their DPS.
That's why chicken always goes to group 5.
It's the same
unless it's a tank threat fight.
as a DPS, Sean. You're basically there because you're boosting everybody else's DPS a shit ton more, which is actually hurting you on the meters even more. Yeah, like in live strat, my DPS isn't terrible. It's like okay at best, but I could make it look better by not giving any of the melee Wind Fury. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna do that. But you know what I'm saying, so.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how things are. But
I think we'll be fine.
saying,
I just wish we could fucking kill Kel'Thuzad so we could start getting ready for Classic and just fucking come out with it already.
yeah.
I just want to start leveling. Like, I'd rather be leveling right now than fucking farming.
Yeah, because like that's the thing. It's like you're finally gonna have this place where you're like, all right, I'm never gonna lose this.
Yeah.
Whee! I mean, you know, at least for like a long ass time.
I bet it's gonna get DDoSed up the asshole when it comes out.
Nah, we won't even know. A company like that, dude, they're gonna have. They probably get DDoS all the fucking time now. That soup is really, really hot. Holy cow. I got Maryland crab soup for lunch at this this grocery store. They have like a hot lunch bar or whatever. And I swear to God, someone put like a metric fuck ton of hot sauce in it or something. Like I don't know if that's supposed to be like a thing, but it was like not at all what I was expecting. Like either there's like someone dumped like half a container of Old Bay in here for like this small quantity of soup, or somebody put hot sauce in it.
I made soup.
Which I don't even. What?
I don't know.
I thought you were supposed to make sandwiches.
No, I made soup. Engine makes the sandwiches.
Soup goes with sandwiches.
I don't know. But, I mean, those are all things that, like, I would like us to be able to do. This is super annoying. Like, I'm feeling super rushed because I'm not on already.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
know the feeling,
behind.
man.
Welcome to how I felt every raid that I had to go to, where I was like getting out of work and getting online and logging in and being like,
That
"Can I get an
definitely
invite?"
sucks.
It's like the worst shit ever.
Well, it's like almost 6 o'clock here, and normally I'm on like an hour ago or earlier,
Yeah, I know.
and I guarantee I'm gonna have like 100 people asking me to do things, and I'm like, shut the fuck up! I gotta take care of myself.
That's why I'm just gonna go make these 2 mana oils, and I'm gonna go zone into NAXX. I'm gonna log out.
That's what I was gonna do too. Take a break before the raid because I'm finally done farming these flask mats. But the kids farming here just stopped, so now I'm hitting every vein, and it's like, do I take like a break or do I just keep going?
Yeah.
I hate farming.
The other thing too would be interesting to see is by the time they merge all the servers, is like how much like where are we gonna be at that time is gonna be the question. It's like, okay, we're raiding like some, but then are we just PvPing the rest of the time? You know what I mean? Just going out there in all of our baller ass gear and wrecking people.
Oh, that's definitely gonna be fun.
It's
At
fun
level
to bring
58, I'm gonna be farming arcane crystals. I'm not gonna worry about those last 2 levels.
You're gonna be Tala 2.0 and come to the raid at level 58 or 57 or whatever the hell it was when she came.
Oh, really?
We literally
I'll
needed to heal her
totally do
so
that.
bad we brought her like 3 levels shy of cap. She couldn't make it to like Lucifron and Magmadar, so she sat and waited for us to kill them and then followed us through the rest of the instance. It was so funny.
It's pretty
Or
funny.
the rest of the raid anyway.
Nah, I mean, that's just when I start farming it to level this shit up. That's my problem. I level mining as I level, which, yeah, isn't the best.
I get that. It's nice to have it done. Like when you hit 60, you're like, ah.
Well, I just do it because I want to be one of the first people farming those arcane crystals. They'd be worth like 45, 50 gold. I would guesstimate.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Like, I gotta sit down and figure out how many I need. So I need 100 for Thunder Fury, and then I need how many for my Lionheart. I need how many for Titanic Leggings. I need how many for Tier 3. I need how many for whatever engineering items I'm gonna need.
They're
I
gonna
need,
need a
you know,
shit
and like
ton, yeah.
count all of that up, and literally have it sitting in my bank ready to go.
Yeah, I don't even count the first 50. The first 50 I make, I put away and try to get transmuted. So I'm farming 50 before I even make any gold or any income.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
And if I can hit level sooner than most people, it's gonna be free for all for farming for extended periods. So it'll be like, sweet. Like, oh, there's 2 people in this zone. The one guy's herbing and the other guy's leveling. Great. I can get all of the arcane crystals. Plus, if they spawn in the same spots, or comparable spots, as they should, because I believe that information
It will
is
be
correct,
the exact same spots, yeah.
then we already know where the nodes are, you know, all that shit.
Yeah, I want to see if my gatherer will import, but like Halo said, if they use a different client, I can totally fuck it. And they're definitely going to.
And those are just all things that are going to be big, you know?
Yeah. I'm definitely dreading leveling though. It's the one thing I'm not looking forward to. Alright, I'm taking a break. I'll be back later.
Maybe one thing would be nice too if we have, like Halo was saying, one of those XP per hour add-ons, or a way to measure that.
That's what it's all about.
Like, why are you farming 100 greens? Because I'm making